was.
Yeah.
It was like the NHL's Disneyland.
Well, what year was it that the Leafs had a really good team and they went to the California trip with a good group, and Matthews, Marner, Nylander, those guys were just awful. They got skunked on the trip, and it's like, that makes sense.
I think that was early.
Yeah,
that was
like
early.
East first year or something.
No, because I remember they lost the Ducks in overtime, and the Ducks were horrendous, and we came back and we were fire up.
There was
mad about that one.
There was this one story in the 90s when the Leafs were on an extended road trip in California, and they rented a car and went through a drive-through and got held up while they were waiting for their hamburgers.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. A few of them were at gunpoint.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Wild West for nothing.
Well, my favorite
That
trips
old White Castle, I think, did them in.
My favorite is when the Phil Kessel sunburn Florida trips are always my favorite. Whenever they'd have a day off and they'd show him on the bench and he's just beat. And I'm like, oh, we got no chance.
-5.
We got no chance tonight. He's
The
been
worst I've ever
fishing and
seen is
golfing.
Adam Graves, who just, is Mr. Perfect. He just never screws up. But this one day, he came in and I'm like, were you bobbing for French fries? His face was like,
It's actually funny we
red.
don't see it more.
Who was it that we had on that was like, you were hammering him for being sunburned? Oh, it was
Doug Armstrong.
Doug Armstrong.
oh yeah, Doug.
They were just at the NHL, the general managers meeting. He had the something about Mary thing you said.
Did you? So before we move on and go to the game time, anything else you wanted to say about Ehlers before we keep going?
No, just, to me, he's a great depth guy.
Yeah.
But does now a guy that is known as a second or third line type of guy turn into a top end guy? Does he go to 18, 20 minutes a night? Is he that guy?
That was a nasty goal we just
Was
showed
he
you.
held back? Was he held back in Winnipeg because of the depth?
It's a good question. I think his role, I think it's a very different system there than it is anywhere else. And guys tend to either really fit in or really not fit in, right? You think about Mikko Rantanen went there and he's like, bye-bye.
Ehlers,
But he's a skater, and they skate there.
He is. Last season, Ehlers has 63 points in 69 games. A couple seasons with bigger numbers. It depends how you use him for sure. But at 8.5, you're not paying him like Marner's 12. You're not paying him to be Eichel's 10. You're not paying him to be that. You're just paying him to be very good. Go get us 70 points, skate, make plays.
So we would
He's
put,
immediately on the top line with
we
Aho.
will put Nick Ehlers right there with Brock Besser in Vancouver, right?
And I take him
7.5
ahead of
7.75 to 8.5 means that you aren't our superstar, you aren't our premier 1 and 2, but you can fall in right behind those guys.
It is a question of, can you win the Stanley Cup without having the top guys? Could you just have enough of the guys down below? And Florida kind of makes the case. They've done it physically, albeit, which is different. And Reinhart is a top guy.
And Burkov is...
Yeah, you're right.
He's a top guy.
premier, number
Okay.
one.
So this is the question.
Both ends of the ice,
Do you
the
have
best.
to have
Matthew
that
Tkachuk
to
pretty
win a
close,
cup?
too.
And I think it's been proven you do.
Yeah.
You do. And how do you get that? I think that's really hard. I think that's why they traded for Rantanen in the first place. It's hard to get those guys. They're the only team to win a cup. Was it 06? And they didn't have those guys then.
I think they'll be extremely good again.
Yeah, I think they're
They're gonna be this-
definitely the Metro faves.
Definitely. Game time?
And,
Right. It's game time presented by Bet365. Visit the app for the odds and find out why it's ever ordinary at Bet365. Must be 19 plus. Ontario only. Please play responsibly. Yes, Skipper?
Bet365, Jay's our favorite today.
They are not.
Oh,
Underdogs for the fourth straight game in a
Come
series
on.
where they have the
Sam's
chance to
just
sweep.
cashing in on this series.
I've been hot.
You had
I
the
had
Judge homer and the Jays win.
And
last
before
game.
I had Scherzer over strikeouts and win. I've been hot. I did miss on the Ernie home run on Canada today, but that's okay. It was a bit of a long shot.
kind of a fun game last night.
Yeah.
It was a great game.
It was.
That's baseball, eh? 7, 8 runs. No problem.
Yeah.
Can I
It's like
say,
9
though?
innings to get them all back.
Two things. I was lying on my couch and I was like settling in, got everything, made dinner, did all the things I needed to do before sit down. I'm like, it's 7-0. This is kind of boring.
Yeah.
Like a blowout. I was kind of hoping, and I was like,
Boring.
oh crap.
Yeah.
But Sorry, not to go full Jays here, but good for John Schneider that they ended up winning that game, because one of the more, and you'll hear more of this on Blair and Barker coming up at 4 o'clock, but one of the most mind-numbing decisions in the history of baseball to not just put Aaron Judge on.
By the way, wasn't it bat by Judge, though?
Oh my God, he hit that to space, but like
Yeah.
they've walked him in every big spot for the whole series, and it's like immediately on 4, immediately. Anyways, go ahead.
I mean, he just looks like a cartoon character at the
Oh my
dish.
gosh.
He's such a large animal. It's
And when he
crazy.
extends those arms,
Yeah.
it's like
He's a stud.
stud.
Absolute stud. All right. So I'm going to the game again tonight. I know.
You want to leave now?
No. That's good. I'll take it. I like the Jays again. I don't know why I wouldn't like the Jays. Plus 110. Good price on them. And you know, George Springer is having a brilliant season, and I like him to go yard again tonight. So give me a George Springer home run at plus 390. And that was Jays Talk, a.k.a. Game Time, presented by Bet365. Visit the app for the odds and find out why it's ever ordinary at Bet365. Must be anything plus Ontario only. Please play responsibly.
Okay, let's take a break because we still have plenty to get into, including a couple of more signings we'd like to get into. Including after the break is Sportsnet's top 25 players.
Oh, I know.
I
why
do
you were
remember
talking about this.
I did
Now I
vote.
look at it, and I
I
know why.
voted in this. You voted in this?
I did, yeah.
Okay.
They emailed me, I
But-
forgot.
Clearly, we were like one of 40 people maybe to participate in this. So there's going to be a few names that we won't agree with on this list.
And one of my favorite segments that we don't do enough that I have invented, it's a really high-tech segment. It's called True or False.
Good
And I
segment.
have a few true or false questions for you, too. So lots to get into, boys.
Okay, top 25 when we return to Real Kipper and Bourne. Welcome back to the program. Nick Kiprios, Justin Bourne, Sammy McKee giggling over there.
I have I don't have any hockey thoughts.
Well-
Hockey thoughts are in my brain.
The show rudely interrupted our conversation on our golf scheduling
Yes.
for the month of July.
I've got so many games of golf lined up.
You do?
Yeah. I'm playing
Okay, can we
so
be
much.
included in some
Well,
of them?
I'm going to Alberta. You want to come with me? Going out to my
I'd
beloved
love to, but
Yeah, I'm going to play with my beloved Lacombe. Got a lot of golf scheduled for that. Going to play Lakeview a couple times. You want to drive across the city, play Lakeview with me, Kipper? They'd love to see you there. They love you.
Yeah,
They're always like, Sammy,
absolutely.
where's Kipper? Bring Kipper. They don't ask
Yes.
about you, Borny, but
Yes.
yes.
okay. All right,
Let's
I'll get
do
you
it.
in. 7:20 Monday. You there?
7:55.
Yeah, I got 7:20 on the books.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, all right. Where do you want to go here? You want to go straight to our